Okay, we've walked up the creek. We're pretty close to wherever that waterfall is here, if it's out here. We've come down from the 812 meters, and we're currently following the river, or the creek, and it's saying it's 778 right here. So we're still a little higher than camp, but this is kind of an interesting little area here. We seem to have these little areas like this. Like we're down in here, for example, it looks like water has flown there like a small trickle or a creek at one time. Then again, we have it here, all coming down the side here. It also looks like we've had a water flow down off the mountain in a couple of places. On the other side of this ridge here, it's pretty thick. But in that valley, you actually have standing water or very little water moving around, coming down. It's pretty dense in there, right down to the creek itself in the Siwash. The soil here seems to be kind of sandy. It does have some granular stuff mixed into it. Other layers seem to be really powder-like. Not too sure. But what we did find down at the creek here, Aidans spotted it, under the boulders is hardened chunks of clay with all kinds of sediment, rocks and things adhered to it. But it's fairly solid. But you could break it up if you wanted to find out what the composition is, what's all inside it. Okay, that's on this level. Now we're going to walk over here a bit further through the tree here. And this is almost like a flood channel down in here. But it does look like a creek as well at the same time. It could have been a creek here. It could have been an old bed. I don't know. If we come down along here where I'm walking now, you can see where it did look like it flowed at one time. So we have water that's come down here. I don't know if you can see them in the video here. The bigger rocks, the boulders kind of pushed off to the sides here. The difference in the elevation. In all fairness, it's all on the other side of this embankment is the Siwash itself. So the creek could have flowed through here definitely at one point. Definitely at one point. I'm going to look at the edge here, and you can see from where we were first looking, this embankment here, it kind of flows around just like a creek would have at one time. It could have been the Siwash. It leads off a little bit away from it, but it continues up over in that direction. Now, we were looking for two creeks that would come together to the waterfall. Now, we've never really found anything to meet up with that criteria yet. But we are up the creek quite a ways, and this whole area in here is worth, I think, exploring. You can see we're walking along what used to be a creek bed here. And it also continues on up through over here. The Siwash is doing a little bit of a turn going in that direction over here. So the Siwash is over there right now going that way. And this seems to be leading us off up that way. And it does look like there's a ravine or something going up and down here. So, but here's that other that we looked at earlier. It's coming up here and it follows up here. It's up here. So we really don't know. Could have been a stream coming down. Could have been here. But we do have this high bank along in here. Clearly it's from erosion. It's not a road. That's for sure. But then what's kind of neat again is we have this elevation here. And then if we just go back here a little ways, what's going to happen is we're going to go down again another level. So there's actually about 3 tiers here. And each tier seems to look like it could have had water flowing down it. Clearly this has here, along here. This was the Siwash, probably, I'm guessing, right here. Because if you look through the trees here, you can see the Siwash going off up in that direction. I've yet to see where the horseshoe is, so I don't know if we're up far enough to know where the waterfall is exactly, but I am going to take a reading with the GPS right here. So we do have quite an interesting area here, which is worth, in my eyes, worth some time and some exploration. I think this is where we're going to call it quits. Try to bring up a little bit of sand here for you. I don't know if you can see this material. It's kind of sandy. It's kind of sandy. Kind of wet right now because we had some heavy rain. It's very light. It seems very light material though. Not unsimilar to what I was finding across my test hole number 2. Don't know if you can see in the pictures here, but quite a bit of gold mica sparkling away here. Sure looks nice in the dirt. So we do have that here, and then underneath that, then we get down to these boulders here, or the boulders here, and then these smaller rocks over here. So we are getting into the bigger rocks down low here. This is a lot of light sand here. But yeah, it's definitely been worth the trek through the bush to get here. Been an experience. Here you can get a bit of an idea. Here's where a tree is falling over. This is going into where that creek used to be, which I would assume it was the Siwash over here. Oops. Here you can see up underneath. Here's the boulders, the rocks, the different kinds of rocks. Not dissimilar to what we're seeing in the creek here. Not at all. And then above this kind of material is where that light stuff is that we were just looking at. But we also have, again in this area, some other material which is more granular. And this seems to be found sporadically throughout the area. I don't know if you can really see how the bigger the pieces are in here, but they are bigger. Bigger stones. Bigger grains of sand, if they want to call it that. But very granular compared to that other stuff we looked at a couple minutes ago. Here you can see it's almost like from the river. It's almost like from the river. So, there we go. Okay, I would say that's about it for this. I don't know if you can see the rocks up underneath. I'm trying to give you an idea of the different layers here. Okay. See if this helps you then. Bye. Hey, enjoy the day.